Hey folks, one of the more interesting parts of SHOT Show, I mean, not that we need more red dots on the market, but this was one of the interesting one, a company called Osight. Now, they were very aggressive in promoting these. I mean, they handed me a few sites, but I think they were giving them out to a lot of people, including some people I know. Like, for example, Nick Young at Velox has been using these, I think, for a little bit, and he says, yeah, they're holding up. It works good. Anyway, the gig with this site, so there's a couple of interesting things. First, as you can see, it's got this cover on it. I mean, this is, use it with this. Here's the actual optic. As you can see, it's maybe mid to large size window, I'd say. It's not quite as big as an SRO, but it's pretty big. It's big enough that I wouldn't be annoyed using it, even though I might kind of prefer a bigger window for my purposes. It gives you a little extra margin of error, but this one's big enough that I don't get annoyed by it. Apparently, like I said, the early reports I've got from like reliable people, this thing is holding up. It's working pretty well. So it has this cover that charges it. When I put it in there, see it turning green. It's telling me how much charge is on the actual site. And then the other part of it's the price point. This is about a couple $100, I think maybe 220. There's a closed emitter version as well that's similar in terms of pricing. They gave me one of those too. One of my buddies is going to test it. Now, just looking at it, the actual optic, does this look like a budget choice? Yeah, as far as like the quality of the housing and the glass, I'd say it's good. It's a little bit budgety. I wouldn't say it looks cheap or flimsy. It just, the more expensive, like maybe the Trigicon stuff looks a little bit nicer as far as from the outside. But aside from that, this appears to be high quality, and the guys say it's holding up. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm a little bit mixed on the cover deal here. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the way it is on other optics where I put a battery in and it lasts for a year or two and I never turn it off. That's the way it works with my other sites. I don't have a problem with that system. I'm very comfortable to keep that. Now, with this cover, you have to charge it with micro USB. I think that's micro USB. Not a huge deal. They give you a few things. Like in the box comes this charging cable. Okay. This, I don't actually know what this is. Let's open this up. See if we like the packaging and everything. They've given me some other thing that I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm kind of mixed about the cover charging it thing. Oh, it's a wipe thingy or a carrying case. Oh, that's nice. All right, see you get a thing and a lens wipe. That's a nice thing. Okay. And then we have a set of screws here for attaching this thing to your gun. I think it's RMR pattern as well. Not sure about that, but I think RMR. Yeah. Okay, so the cover, I'm like, it's cool that it charges. I think the batteries last so long that you charge this cover once and you're probably good for like a year or something, probably longer. That's what I've heard, is that the batteries basically last forever anyway. So I don't know. It's just pretty much, I have to remember not to lose the cover is pretty much what I'm telling myself. So remember, don't lose the cover and I'll be able to charge the site. I don't know. It's not a huge deal to me. It's just a different way of doing it. It doesn't strike me as really better. It doesn't really strike me as worse. I'm fine with, like I said, I'm fine with changing the battery every year or two. If this cover charges it, as long as I don't lose the cover, that's also fine. It tells you how picky I am. So anyway, I'll get this on a gun eventually. I'm going to test out the closed emitter one as well. Other guys I know are using these and say they're good. Hopefully there'll be just nothing to report. The Osight will just work. It'll be fine. And I'll be like, yeah, it's fine. And then there'll be, a more budget option, a couple $100 for this. If this doesn't break, that makes it something to really look at. I mean, even if you can afford a $400 optic, why buy that when you can buy a $200 one? Does the same thing. Anyway, I'll let you know.